Hello, my lovable misfits. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing something I've never done before regarding 7 Days to Die, putting in my 2 cents regarding an alpha. I will be breaking it down into the things I have noticed and may have ranted about in a stream or 2. It happens. Let's start with the glaring elephant in the room. As you can see behind me, or right above my head, it's 11:39 in the daytime, but as I'm turning around, you see how dark it is in this house, even though I have a skylight. This makes absolutely no sense to me because the whole house should be a little bit lighter in my opinion. Yeah, which leads me to, I like what they've done with the lighting in the game. However, a house should not be so dark in the middle of the day when you are next to a window or an open door, much less a gaping hole in a wall or ceiling. Furthermore, it does not get pitch black in a POI that has lights when it's raining outside. I mean, seriously, this is ridiculous. I have been in a home without lights in a thunderstorm. You can still see the darn place without needing a light. Now, when the sun sets, it gets dark. This goes for being underground as well. If you have lighting underground and it's raining outside, that should not affect the lighting in the tunnel or underground bunker. How much rain can you have in a game? How much rain can you have in a game? My God! It rains more in this damn game than it does in a rainforest. Every time I turn around, I am wet and my husband has nothing to do with it. Every day, at least once a day, it rains. Even in the desert. Fun pimps, come on now. I am being nitpicky here. I have ridden in a semi-cab with my husband. When you search one, it should give you the chance for money, food books, and even tool books. A trucker that is a long-haul trucker lives in their cab. The loot in it should reflect that fact. This is a cool addition to the game. The horde coming after you when you trigger the alarm adds to the danger. If it were me, I would do that to the work trucks and semis as well. As I am someone who loves to be able to cook for myself in the game, I find it preposterous that it takes you 10 books to learn how to make a staple breakfast food and drink, coffee and bacon and eggs. I don't think you need to know how to make cornbread before you know how to make bacon and eggs. I'm doing it again, but I feel this could be better. It seems we're back in an alpha where we get infected when the wind blows in the wrong direction. I mean, really, holy hell. I know we're not in armor until we find or make some, but geez, can we at least take 1 or 2 hits? I have seen many playthroughs and I have 2 issues with Dew Collectors. Number 1, they are too damn big. You don't need something that big. A Dew Collector can be the size of a window and still be effective. 2, they don't collect rainwater. You would think with as much as it rains in this game and the size of the collectors, they would fill up faster when it rains. Hell, with the way they look, they're more geared toward rain collection. Regarding Infested Quests, I think feral should not show up until you are tier 3. Some people would say the risk is worth the reward. I can see that, but when you already have twice the zombies in a POI with a runner or 2, that should be enough. Learn by looting. I was going to get to this sooner or later. This is not balanced. You can find more wiring and trap books in the world than the magazines you are expecting to get because of putting points in the perks you selected. I believe this can be solved by lowering the chance to find them in the work trucks in the world. I would say you could balance the magazines by keying the looting chance to the amount of points you put in the attribute. Then again, this could also lead to a massive imbalance. While I do understand they probably did this to slow down the early game, I find it cumbersome in terms of progressing. I believe a variation of Subquake's researching system would work better. It would mean another workstation, but researching what you want to craft would make more sense to me than running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to remember which magazines can be found where or remembering how much they are at the traders. RNG. As someone who is not a fan of RNG, leaving all the crafting up to RNG is not fun for me. Yes, it was far-fetched to put a point in a perk and bingo, you know how to craft it, but hoping you can find everything when you're a crafter at heart takes away some of the enjoyment. Though I admit to being a loot goblin, I love to craft as well. Skill scattering. I like what they did with the stamina when they put it in the individual perks. I can even go with the scattering a flurry of blows for each of the weapons. However, you still have to scatter points in perks you did not plan on because of the new magazine system. I am fully aware you can't put all the skills you would like to use into one neat skill tree, but don't say you are fixing having to go into strength for stamina and agility for flurry when you still need to spend points in strength for Master Chef so you don't have to rely on canned food or crops until you finally find the magazines you need for cooking better food. The devs. I came in at Alpha 18, and every alpha past that keeps giving me the feeling they are the tabletop RPG DMs that change the parameters of a campaign when the players are not doing what they want. If you're craft heavy, now you have to loot to find the magazines you need to craft. They have changed the game so much. I love the road and city layouts. As a writer, I adore the environmental storytelling, but they have strayed away from the survival aspect of the game, leaving it with more of an RPG survival game, which isn't why people were drawn to it at the start. These are just some of the things I noticed and decided to address. What have you noticed that you think could be improved? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. As always, be good, and if you can't be good at it. Until next time, my lovable misfits. Bye!
I'd like to take this time to thank you, the viewer, and my supporters whose names are on the screen for watching this video. If you liked it, there's a like button down there, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notified every time there's an upload. There's also a video down below here in the bottom left hand corner as a suggestion, as well as a couple of places that you can click to subscribe. As I always say, behave, my lovable misfits, and if you can't behave, at least be good at it.